What's going on, y'all? Welcome to Kickbacks and Tracks. We're gonna be doing the Holler Boy Documentary tonight. We're starting out with "My Neck of the Woods" by Church.
Hell yeah, let's get it, y'all.
Let's get it, y'all. I love this scene.
I was born in Music City and raised in a country song. I didn't know I lived in a country song until I found my love for music. When I started writing songs, I realized that my childhood memories transitioned into fully painted pictures of the country through the art of sound. I come from a place where marijuana leaves and American flags are spray painted on damn near every underpass,
Facts.
where the longest straightaway in town is the midnight drag strip, and where the cornfields still harvest the lust of two young guns in a truck bed listening to the local radio station. These songs aren't for everybody.
Young gun.
They ain't gotta be for anybody, really, but they're for the country, to pay homage for a Southern all-American upbringing that will hopefully live on forever. So long live the South, and long live your neck of the woods too. Church.
What's going on, Grammy?
What's going on, Graham? Holler Boy Florida over here.
Newly kicking
Boy,
up
Georgia.
dust on a one-lane road. Joe Diffie tunes humming out the radio. And the night so young as we are right now, sitting frozen in time on the edge of town. The water tower says the same thing. John Deere Green with the same names. A little faded, but it still looks good. In my neck of the woods, neck of the woods, my neck of the woods. My nigga, the woods. There's stop signs that I ran through like Richard Petty at Daytona. Black marks where I slammed the brakes where that black top first had me on it. Doing 75 in a 35, like a spray in a 3 off on the side. Jumping out to that cassette tape, yelling country boys, we can't survive. We all wanted to be Duke boys, looking for a Jeep with Daisy in it. Barefoot been since day one, plenty of underpasses with a past in it. Them rope swings ain't been used in 10 years, and that's no lie. But that swimming hole still look ice cold, and this place ain't aged a day in time. Newly kicking up dust on a one-lane road. Joe Diffie tunes humming out the radio. And the night so young as we are right now, sitting frozen in time on the edge of town. The water tower says the same thing. John Deere Green with the same names. A little faded, but it still looks good. In my neck of the woods, neck of the woods, my neck of the woods. My nigga, if I die, you can see the artwork on my skin that tells the life I lived. See the marks I left through all these songs I wrote when I was a kid. And look back at the pictures of these sold out shows across the states. When I put these boots up, yeah, I've danced across a couple dusty states. And I look back at the town and play a record from like 30 back. Play Rolling Stone a couple times and still roll up a joint. So fat, I'll be rocking and rolling in a rocking chair made of wood. Looking at the water tower over the hill right by the sun. Newly kicking up dust on a one-lane road. Joe Diffie tunes humming out the radio. And the night so young as we are right now, sitting frozen in time on the edge of town. The water tower says the same thing. John Deere Green with the same names. A little faded, but it still looks good. In my neck of the woods, neck of the woods, my neck of the woods. In my neck of the woods, my neck of the woods, my end of the road. That football field that we practiced, oh. Had that parking lot hopping on a Friday night at Sonic till the neon lights were down and a field party started. In my neck of the woods, in my neck of the woods, in my neck of the woods, my neck of the woods.
All right, y'all. That was My Neck of the Woods Upchurch.
Off the Supernatural album,
Yeah.
if I'm not mistaken.
Bro, if you can't, I don't care where you're from. If you're from the country, you should be able to relate to that. Whether you're a city person that moved to the country or anything, bro, you should be able to relate to that.
And dude, that fucking view right there, I want to go to that mountain to see that.
Hell yeah. I've been to Cheatham County.
So, I've been
Hell
to.
yeah. Pond Creek, baby.
I had the Pond Creek road sign,
Dude,
but someone stole
we
it.
was playing Pond Creek, driving down Pond Creek.
Oh my God. I was on Pond Creek. We was playing that smoking going down, and we saw this other car come up. It's my homeboy Jacoby. Shout out him. And they were like, we stopped because they were playing music too. We were like, y'all going to the concert tonight? And they were like, hell yeah, y'all going? I was like, hell yeah. And they were like, y'all smoke weed? And we were like, hell yeah. We were like, do y'all? And they were like, hell yeah. And so we all sat down in the Pond Creek Road in front of church's dad's house, apparently, and smoked.
Hell yeah. I have I need to put it on my Instagram. There's a picture with me and my family in front of the Creeker Bridge, and also we kind of stood on the edge of the highway, but we took a picture in front of Chicken Willie's old house.
Oh, that's dope.
That's where he cut the cones off the chickens.
But yeah, like I said, I had the Pond Creek road sign, but someone broke into my house and fucking stole it.
But we better not talk too much about cutting cones because PETA will be getting on our ass.
Yep.
All right, guys. Well, we're about to start the documentary, what y'all all been waiting for.
Let's get it.
What Ryan has is not something you can be taught. It's not something you can learn. You either have it or you don't. He was born with it.
It's just him at the end of the day. Like that's why everyone's so attracted to him.
Already.
It's because the same dude that you're going to see on the camera is the same dude you're going to see in the grocery store.
When people look back on this whole genre of music, he will be what is remembered. He will be the Elvis Presley for this genre. There's no doubt in my mind.
Because he really is that guy. He's not some painted picture. That's why he's church, and that's why he's done it 100% the underground way.
I remember this one older lady there turned around and looked at me and she said, "That's your baby up there." And she goes, "They love him like they love Elvis Presley."
He's real. He's authentic. He's the real deal. He's not faking it.
Damn right.
He's going to do something that hasn't been done before.
30 albums in 10 years. That's never been done before.
But his fans, I mean, they hang on it every word he says.
Bro, like what you just said. I don't know of any other artist that has done that in the short amount of fucking time that he has, bro.
Like, who was it? I saw somebody like Chad Arms, I think's his name. The Chad dude, that's with church. They're back cool again.
Yeah.
He said he's going to be dropping an album every month for the rest of this year and next year. I was like, damn. That's a pure example. If you hang around motherfuckers who are bosses, you're going to become a boss. And if you hang around lazy motherfuckers like Adam, you're going to become a lazy motherfucker like Adam.
Not doing nothing.
They're doing wacky.
He definitely is. He's their voice, because he really has a voice, and he really does use it through Instagram and through all the mediums that he has.
Bro, that jacket is so fucking sweet.
Bro, when he did the Traveler music video, that shit was fucking sweet.
And that look he always gives the camera. Like, motherfucker, I'm here, and you better realize that.
I just want to be the most clean-cut, professional country boy from Tennessee who ever existed. I want to be the most diverse artist that ever existed. I want to be the dude who fucking killed country, killed rock, killed rap. I want to be that dude where they were like, how the fuck did he go from being a broke-ass painter with no high school education to being this motherfucking crazy-ass weird musician guy who can fucking make anything and speaks to people's soul and makes you believe in yourself.
Damn right. Like Kansas Road Man said, damn right.
I don't give a fuck about my cars. I don't give a fuck about real estate. I don't give a fuck if you think I'm fat, ugly, got too many fucking tattoos, teeth are fucked up. I don't give a fuck what you think about me. Because there's one thing you cannot deny, that I'm a hard fucking worker and I'm good at what I do. And I want to be greater and I want to work harder in the future. I don't ever want to backtrack. I'm not the backtracking kind of guy. And even after I'm dead, I still don't want to backtrack.
Bro, did you just hear what he said?
Even when I'm dead, I still don't want to backtrack.
Backtrack. Damn right.
And
he just pretty much, he's pretty much saying, you know, I don't care what you think about me. If I got too many tattoos or if I got fucked up teeth, you know, that's the attitude that a lot of artists should have. Like, I don't give a fuck what you think about me. Or a person in every day-to-day life. Don't worry about what other people says about you.
Exactly. Just like he said when he did the first day out remix back in the day. One of the bars was, yeah, I'm fucking ugly, yeah, I'm slightly overweight, yeah, I got a bunch of goons that'll come and raid your place. And then also he said, I'm sweet tea sipping till my ass got diabetes. Like, you can't talk shit on me. I've already said 10 times worse shit about myself. Like, nothing y'all say is gonna bother me.
Nah.
What's up, Razor
like
Ricky?
People.
How you doing, bro?
And people, what's up, Razor? And people don't realize that church is just trolling their asses.
And it's funny as fuck to watch.
He really don't give a fuck what they say.
And you know, this isn't the only documentary he's gonna have out. He said everything he's done in his whole career is documented. And that when he gets the time, probably when he's passed, there's gonna be a documentary release of everything. And that's fucking crazy. I can't wait to see that shit.
Me too. Cause bro, they deserve to be fucking in jail.
For sure. With all the crazy bullshit, especially Jelly.
They really need their ass kicked, but we're not gonna talk about that because none of them's about fighting.
Yeah. We already know that.
Yes, sir. HB. Appreciate it, Razor Ricky.
Appreciate you, Ricky. Appreciate you stopping by, man. We're just reacting to the documentary. More welcome, Chilla. Give us your thoughts on it.
This is I think this is from the Bloodshed music video.
I want motherfuckers to be like, who the fuck was this
my
dude?
favorite songs.
Why the fuck do I know about this guy when he's alive? That's what I want to be. And that's what I will be. Because I said so.
And he's right.
What's good, John McNatt from the 850 here. Welcome
I just knew for that moment.
Going over documentary.
I knew that Ryan was going to be a star.
Ryan was born May the 24th, 1991 in Nashville, Tennessee at Baptist
Hospital.
At that time, we lived on Pond Creek Road, and we lived in this little tiny trailer that we rented from a guy named Paddlefoot. God, I think that thing was like 30 years old. It had horrible carpet. It was not good. But it was fun living on Pond Creek Road. Back then, things were a lot different than they are now. You knew your neighbors. You knew
what's up,
half your family lived on, the same street.
Good, Kitty.
You didn't have to worry so much when your kid played out in the yard and things like that, like you do now. It's a very different place right now, but it was a much more friendly place back then. He started talking really, really young. I remember taking him to the grocery store, and little old people absolutely loved Ryan. They would come up and talk to him, and they were always impressed because he had great vocabulary. At 15 months old, he could carry on a full conversation with a person. He had bright copper red hair. It looked like a penny. When he went out in the sun, it had like 3 different colors of red in it, like strawberry blonde, red, and this auburn red. So it just looked like his hair. It looked like a penny out in the sunlight. It was so pretty.
I said, you got penny hair too.
He was so cute. Oh gosh, let me tell
What's
you this
crazy
though.
is-
When he was born, when we first brought him home, dude, he was so strong. We brought him home when he was a baby.
Good stoner
We
man.
could lay him on it, like
Good
babies
stoner
don't
man.
really lift themselves up,
Appreciate
push
you stopping by.
off the floor, when you lay them on their belly when they're first like born. But he was doing that at 2 weeks old. He could push himself up and his little head would just bobble back and forth. It was so cute. He had such strong upper body strength. And I remember at the hospital when he was born, he held on to the sides of the little thing that they put your baby in, the little crib, whatever, with the metal rails on it. He held on to the side of it, and they could barely peel his hands off of the side of it. He was holding it so tight. He liked to be the center of attention because he was the first grandchild. It's like he did everything with my dad, did everything with his
Chicken
dad.
Willie.
He was just
Rest in
he was
peace
the
to
baby.
Chicken Willie, man.
He was the first baby, so
And
he
we
was always the
didn't
center
know
of
him.
attention.
He's the one that
He was a
molded church
great
into who he is today.
He was a brother when he was 4, almost 5, when we brought Aaron home. Absolutely loved him. Held him, took care of him, looked after him. He was always really, really sweet. Really good with all kids. He was really good with children, other kids his own age. He was always
And
sweet.
he still does that today. What other artist? I don't know of any other artist. If somebody can name one, put it in the chat. But what other artist has took care of their family more than Ryan Upchurch has took care of his family? And does all he can do, the music,
The houses, the cars,
doing other stuff that he does,
everything.
painting and stuff like that, but he's still, taking care of his wife and his child. I can't think of an artist
I really
that
can't
has
either, because nobody else is humble enough.
bought his family so much stuff.
Look at Church as a
So much
Power Ranger.
I think he's the one with the helmet mask on.
Yeah, with like the actual helmet. Yeah.
Giving
Exactly.
and things like that. He wasn't
He's this generation's
confrontational at
Elvis.
all. He was,
And that's
he
what
just
I've been
loved
telling you.
everybody.
He's like Elvis.
When he was 16 years old, he would help my dad with his paint company. He would
The
work with his
Elvis of
dad
this
sometimes. He did
generation.
odd jobs
He's
here
like
and there
Elvis mixed with
at a pretty
Tupac.
young age. But he started writing lyrics down
Or he's the
about that
David
age
Allen
until
Coe.
he collected
for
he
sure.
used to carry on this toolbox, just one of the metal toolboxes that you put all your paintbrushes and stuff like that in. He would carry that around, and while he was out, if something came to him, he would write it down on whatever he had, whether it be a little piece of wood or if he could find a piece of paper, he'd write it on the back of the invoice or something. But the thing was packed full with lyrics to so many songs
Pause it
that
real quick.
are just lost now. We don't know what happened to it. Well, he might know what happened to it. I don't know what happened to it. But I knew how serious he was when he started carrying that around with him.
What she's talking about? With
Everywhere
that
he went.
lunchbox?
He actually came to me one day and
Yeah, someone asked him. I remember he was on Instagram. He put the question thing up, and somebody asked him what happened to the lunchbox, and he said, "Shit, if y'all can find it, I'd love to have it." Because he said it's still got all them songs in it. He said he don't know where it's at.
Hell yeah, and I bet they're fucking good songs too.
I wouldn't doubt it, because that was back when he was at the start, back when he was doing the old shit.
When he's done Cheatham County, look at how young he is here, bro.
That's crazy. He was probably, what, 21, 22 in that picture?
That was probably on Pond Creek Road.
I wouldn't be surprised.
told me, "Mama, I want to be a country singer." And
What's good, Gabe?
I said, "Do
Mr.
it,
Hernandez.
do it."
They're on the run.
And I always would tell them, if you really want to do something bad enough, you can make it happen.
Thanks
And
for joining, bro.
it was
Appreciate
so
stuff
real
about it,
to
bro.
him before it ever happened. He would have dreams and visions of himself on stage, and every bit of that came true. Every bit of it.
Alright, what's your name and where are you from?
My name is Ryan Upchurch, and I'm from Cheatham County, Tennessee.
And how old are you?
I'm 25 years old.
How
Bro,
did
that
you
was
become
back
a
in the
YouTube
day too.
personality?
Because what, this came
I
out
became a
in
YouTube personality
2021?
pretty much by accident. I didn't even have an Instagram, I didn't have a Facebook.
Appreciate you, bro. It means a lot for you.
Snapchat, Twitter, none of that stuff. And I just had a Facebook, a personal Facebook, and me and my buddies went out to a strip club one night, and some shit went
Appreciate you.
down. And we ended up getting kicked out.
Gabe.
And I made a
Appreciate
video
you, man.
bitching about the situation. And somebody had taken it off my Facebook and ended up posting it on, I think it was YouTube at the time. I didn't even know YouTube then either. I didn't know how to make a YouTube account. And one day we were eating lunch at work after for lunch or whatever. At lunch we was eating, and at work we went on lunch break. And the restaurant was like, "Hey, that redneck guy off the internet," and I was like, "What? What's she talking about?" And she showed me the video that I made, bitching about the strip club we were at.
Rattling chain.
It was called, the video was called Athlete's Lip.
Yeah, I've been to a strip joint before.
Oh,
my God.
Butt naked and cuddle with a dirty hobo.
Throwback
Girl was
like a
like, "Hey,
motherfucker."
baby, can I?"
Bro, I'm telling you, that video right there, that video made him pretty famous. I can't
Also, what
lie,
made him
bro.
famous was the Little Larry. Hey guys, it's Little Larry.
This video actually was the first video I ever seen Ryan Upchurch. Had never heard of him in my life. So we was hanging out and some friends were in their truck and my buddy goes, "Hey, come watch this video of this guy. I'm telling you, he looks like a redneck and he's funny as fuck. His name's Upchurch the Redneck. Come check out this video." And it was this video, bro. And I'm thinking, I'm fucking following this dude. This guy is funny as fuck, bro.
If I'm not mistaken, I think the Little Larry was the first one I had seen of him back on Vine when he was real big on Vine. Because a lot of people don't know it, but he had a decent following on Vine before he did music. Because I remember watching him on there before I even heard of his music, before I knew he did music. Yeah, that's a good question, Kitty. Appreciate you. Where did everybody else discover church at? Was it through Vine, through his music, just through like social media?
Bro, and then actually after that, I got on the internet the next day. I went on YouTube and I actually seen that he had some music on there. And I was like, bro, I'm definitely checking out this dude's music. And the first song I clicked on was Cheatham County. And bro, I fell in love with his music right then off the bat because I'm like, this dude understands country people. This dude is real. He's authentic. He's not doing what everybody else is doing.
Yeah, you could tell it was raw and authentic. With just like, especially with when he started doing country music, you could tell by like how he was singing it. He wasn't like lying or bullshit. You could tell like the emotion in his voice and the way he sang it.
And the way he done the music videos when he was rapping on the music, you could tell he meant that shit. And he still does. You can still tell he means what he sings and he means what he raps.
Okay, that's awesome. Okay, y'all are at the Nashville show in 2022 as well. I was there as well. But that wasn't the first one I went to. I went to Fort Myers back in 2019. And then I was in Nashville again last year. But that show was epic. But that's crazy that the first one y'all heard was Same Old, Same Old.
Oh. Oh, that's all right, Deaf Kitty. I mean, we've all listened to our fair share of mainstream music. You know, back in the day, listening to the radio was, you know, that was just the thing to do, man. Riding back roads, listening to country music. You know, that was, we've all listened to some mainstream music. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But once you realize what the record labels are doing to artists, you realize, hey, I don't want to listen to this shit anymore.
That part.
Give you a lap dance? No! What the fuck's on your face? You got athlete's lip.
So I made a video about it and apparently went viral. It didn't go viral, but it got a shit ton of views. Enough for people to be like, hey, where's that redneck guy?
That's 100%.
Upchurch redneck was made. Everybody was like, where's the redneck? Where's the redneck? Where's that redneck guy?
He just got out of his
my last name's Upchurch, so I just created Upchurch the Redneck, and that's where it started. Hey, I'm here to tell you to mind more country.
These
than
videos.
you, boy. Hashtag
These
country.
fucking
Hashtag
videos.
music. Hashtag sticks. Hashtag backwards.
What's up, you damn
That's why I'm
pages?
trying to quit
Like a
laughing
little
so
Larry.
much.
You call me anything else besides Little Larry, I'll bust you in the damn lip.
God.
Hashtag lifted trucks. Hashtag trucks. Hashtag Ford. Hashtag Chevy. Hashtag GMC. Hashtag Yoda. Hashtag Toyota. Hashtag Big Toyota.
Big
This don't sound like an old ass fucking poodle your grandma got.
Hashtag Yoda in the mud. Hashtag four-wheel drive. Hashtag rebel flag. Hashtag Confederate flag. Hashtag country boy. Hashtag country girl. Hashtag country boy and girl.
Everybody around town was telling me they seen 50 Shades of Grey. I thought they were talking about my cousin's C71 we spray painted last week. My favorite colors is dirt,
Yeah, we got
camouflage,
say
and rebel flags.
Hashtag country people. Hashtag country folk. Hashtag John Deere. Hashtag green. Hashtag John Deere green.
It's
We
all right,
fucking
Dave.
understand.
Yeah.
Why are you wasting your life fucking hashtagging
Hashtag
stuff?
Hashtag chair. Hashtag oxygen.
Facts,
Hashtag
man.
hashtag.
Popping up their collars and shit. Oh, look, it's the gay Dracula. Please don't suck my dick.
Like you want to fight looking like this. I mean, bro, like, we go, like, if you want to go. Where we going, motherfucker? Your mama's house? Tell her I got a fucking dick stronger than a 12-valve Cummins. Everyone has that one friend who over-exaggerates the shit he buys off Craigslist. Hey,
That's
Chad, did you see my
German,
Facebook
man.
post? No, what is it? I got me a goddamn drag truck. For fucking real. Fucking this. What's it fucking look like? Shit.
You can tell that this is him. You can tell this is real shit right here.
This was before he got like, popping.
Really, really famous off of music. But I remember when he got that duck tattoo. And if I'm not mistaken, he may have been wearing the same shirt in one of his music videos. I want the chat to try to guess what music video that was. He was getting a duck tattoo in the video.
Oh, you talking about was it the Who when he was in there getting the kitchen tattoo? The who the fuck is that?
No. This was way before that. He was a lot
You talking
younger.
about back in the day? Okay.
Mm-hmm. I'll give y'all a hint. He said,
Facts just doing
$100 bill smelling like a AutoZone.
That sounds familiar. Is it off the King of Dixie album or is it the Cheatham County album?
I think it's on a totally different album. The song that's not Dirty Boys.
Oh, what is it? Red Carpet?
Mm-mm.
Quit Lying?
You know what it is. You know what it is, bro.
I probably do. I just can't think of it right now. Is it Quit Lying?
Hey, that's facts. We all have respect for him.
Facts. He's the reason I started doing music.
Was their album Heart of America, I think was the album.
Oh, okay. I can't think of the song.
Damn good album.
Yeah, it was before
that
Holler Boys.
album. I still go back and listen to all the old albums too. I listen to all his music. I don't just listen to what's new versus what's old. I listen to all of it.
Like a lot of people, that's what I was just about to say, Stoner Man. The Son of the South album, that's a good album. It had Quit Lying, Red Carpet. What was the other one? Quit Lying, Red Carpet. There was another one on there I used to listen to a lot. Let me see.
Damn right, Stoner Man. That's facts.
What's up, Nick? My knackers.
Knackers. Might be getting called racist over here. You better be careful, Nick. Hell, Hitler.
It's fast. It needs an exhaust manifold. It needs a hub assembly. It needs the back seats. It's got some mice, running around in that motherfucker. But hey, fuck Stuart Little and his family. I kill all of them. I mean, I gotta drain the gas tank because the gas so old and it like it done got all jellified and shit. I mean, but first I gotta buy a gas tank for it though. Okay, I lied. It don't have a gas tank in it. It needs a rear axle. The brake line's dry rotted, but that ain't even nothing though. It needs a transmission. It needs a brand new motor because once got in it is locked up and shit. It needs all new windows though. But bruh.
100% regular change.
Just a bad motherfucker.
I remember the first one he made, the first one I saw him make, where he was outside pretending to work on a car, and that was at my mom's and dad's house. And I pull up and he has a wig on.
Yeah, John.
And has one of my mom's blouses on, and he's outside just pretending like he can't fix his truck or something. And I'm like, oh my God. And yeah, that's how that started. It was really bizarre, but apparently people liked it. But he was on World Star before that, by accident. He didn't even know he was on it until he was out in public one day and somebody said, oh dude, that's the guy that was on World Star. And he didn't tell me because I believe it involved a strip club. That's probably why he didn't tell me. I'm pretty sure it involved something he said to a stripper or something.
But Ryan, he started the Vine thing.
God.
Well, at that time when he had the Vine stuff, I always have something different. It's always some bullshit piece of shit. So I'd always be doing burnouts or whatever. Well, Ryan started filming his Vine videos as a comedian. Being funny, always just kind of laughing.
That's the video I was talking about. I remember back in the day when
we started throwing in riding dirt bikes.
But if you realize something, Adam talked nice about him. Deardor's talking nice about him here. They all talk nice about him at one point in time, just for fucking clout. Just for clout.
Because they just want to rise to Dear Dwarf. That's funny story, man. I smell
some of my pieces of shit, and he already know he can gas me up to a burnout and something. You know what I mean? Even if it's my daily, that's all I had. I do a burnout. Hell, you gonna film it? Fuck it. Yeah, we're gonna do a burnout. Then.
Hey, who takes minivans through the woods? We do.
I'm sorry. You're a fucking
game because they were driving that coach out there. They realized now they get
minivan doing work.
100%.
Dude.
Oh shit.
Oh, you smoking.
Oh shit. Fuck it, haul ass.
Hey, put it in reverse.
Hey,
put it in reverse.
Hey, that's Mac rattling chain.
Oh shit, don't stop.
Bro, oh God, like, yes, that shit.
That's going, man.
Woo! Oh fuck! Some bitch about ran me over. And that's how you do it.
Damn right, Dave.
So sling a fucking rod.
He's barefoot bandit, like a barefoot bandit, like it's
going down now. You cannot, dude. Don't even think about stopping.
Go careful.
Oh, we're gonna sink it, son.
I ain't stopping.
And he's on the cell phone. Oh, God damn. Executive. Hit it, fuck it.
Bro, like I was telling you earlier before the podcast started, I honestly think Deardorf was brainwashed in a way, and he let the money get to him. He let the money control his life.
Oh yeah, 100%. He lost his sense of loyalty and respect.
Bro, he's all the time talking about, I'm over here working all the time, man. I make my own money. I go out there and mechanic every day. Yeah, when Church was living at Ghost Ranch, do you know who mechanicked on all his vehicles? Deardorf. Do you know who set up the concerts, the props on the stage and everything? Deardorf. And the motherfucker weren't doing his job.
I just want to know why. Well, I mean, I know why, but the whole shit when he got in that motorcycle wreck, it was Deardorf's fault he got in the wreck. When he was driving the truck, I forgot exactly what it was, but something happened and they went off the road and he had his baby and wife with him who worked on the truck last. Fucking Deerdorf. With all the shit about them trying to kill him.
Who else was working on the vehicles? Nobody that I know of. I've always seen Deerdorf working on Church's vehicles.
Maybe Billy, but he's in the shit too with them.
Billy, I can't. I always felt like there was something about that dude. I mean, I know that's his cousin, and I mean, the last time I seen a video with Billy talking, he explained that he had been drinking a lot, and he had been on some drugs, and that made him say all that he said about church and all this other stuff. I think it comes down to, like I just said, the money, being greedy.
Well, not even that, because Billy's out here doing thugganisms, fucking robbing people at 2 a.m. He don't need no money. You know what I'm saying? Like, that church was just talking about the other day, if I'm not mistaken. You're talking about Billy out there being on the news for fucking robbing people or some shit.
It's crazy ass shit, man. And talking about, I need some money. I need some money.
Here, buy me a truck. Buy me a 4-wheeler. Buy me this. Buy me that. I'm your cousin.
Buy me this. Buy me that. Just coming to church all the time. That's all they ever did. Church.
Facts, Dead Kitty.
Give me a couple $100. I need to go pay my bills with it. And you know, a lot of times they would say, "Oh, I'm gonna pay my bills with it," and then go buy something else with it.
Like Death Kitty said, then why did he go on Triple Queers podcast? Was he sober then?
Rattling Chains said that he shot someone.
100%, John. Jelly and Adam be buying Ron's closest friends. Yeah, that's what it was. He's fucking shooting people at like 2 a.m. and he wants to fucking ask church for money.
Oh, bro. This is crazy, bro. The shit that's
this
coming
has
out.
Never happened to this extent in music history. That's what you're talking about. This shit's fucking legendary. Facts.
Yeah.
I honestly believe Adam is an industry plant through Jelly Roll.
What church has built won't ever be erased.
100%.
Won't ever be erased.
100%.
Because there's damn sure a whole lot more of us than there is of them motherfuckers. I'll tell you that right now.
Oh, yeah. 100%.
All right. Well, we're going to keep going.
They fucking made it, though. Oh, concrete shit. Oh, fuck. What now? Call Joey. The hazard's coming by himself.
So we're over here. We just got this fucking stuff from Creaky's got a big door.
He looks pissed the fuck off, dude.
I bet you that dude's mad as fuck.
Hell yeah!
Yeah, he was doing the Vine thing, and then he started doing kind of get a little dabbling in the music and stuff around the Vine time started happening. But then I remember when he was in the Vine stuff, there was a couple people that would stick out during the Vine days. You know what I mean? That would become famous for their Vine stuff.
That truck, Stitches, bro. Whatever happened? What has happened to Stitches?
I remember when someone poured any aircraft cooler all over Stitches and fucked it up because they were like mad at church or whatever, and they poured fucking, I think it was any aircraft cooler all over the hood and fucked it up, and he just had got it back out the shop, and then somebody broke the fucking window or some shit.
The first time I ever seen his truck on the internet, I was like, that's a badass truck, dude.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
got a shoot your local heroin dealer sticker on the back.
I know someone in my town that has that sticker. I saw it the other day when I was riding through town. I was like, that's fucking badass.
Yeah, I got one on, it's actually in my garage. It says, shoot your local meth dealer.
Hell yeah.
Because we don't necessarily have heroin dealers here. It's more methamphetamines around here.
Oh, facts. That Dirty South truck and that fucking coupe he had, the Bel Air he had, that bitch was clean. Creek Squad won't turn their back. I've seen a bunch of people say how much they love church, but he changed people will get mad about no effect. Facts.
Facts. And hey, facts, Stoner, man. Dirty South Truck was a beast, man.
100%.
Bro, what was that one he had? That fucking not the Lambo, because the Lambo was bought to make a statement. There was this one classic car he had. Fuck, that thing was sweet.
You talking
it was
about
red?
The
and
Bel
he showed
Air.
it in the car show.
Yeah, the Bel Air.
The Bel Air.
It was a 56 Bel Air, if I'm not mistaken. It was a 56 or 57, I think, if I'm not wrong. But yeah, ain't that the one where you open the back of the fucking tail light, the fucking pump gas?
I think so.
Or some shit. Yeah,
bro. I've seen some cars at car shows and shit where the gas tank's in the back, in the very back.
And you pull down the license plate, the tag, to do it.
Yeah, to fill it up with gas. Bro, that was so long ago. Now we got fucking cars that fucking drive themselves, Tesla and all this other bullshit.
I would never own a fucking Cybertruck.
I would never trust that fucking car to drive.
And I would never squat my truck fucking where it's riding like this to where you can't see when that shit's so fucking stupid. Now lifting it up is different. Like if you get like a lift, that's different. But squatting that shit at an angle is stupid in my opinion.
They squatted a freaking Cybertruck?
No, I'm just talking about regular trucks.
Oh, squatted regular trucks?
Because I used to be a mechanic and change oil. Dude, when they have the truck squad, you can't drain all the oil out of the oil pan. Normally, you have to put a fucking thing in there and fucking pump that shit out.
Yeah.
Fucking annoying.
Fucking oil. What did they think? Your truck's sitting like this, right? All the fucking oil is going to go to the back.
And like, it's fucking stupid. Like, I hate changing oil on vehicles that came in that were fucking squatted because, like, it's just stupid, period, in my opinion. Like, what's the point of it?
I know. I remember when they used to do them like this.
Yeah.
There was the back jacked up instead of the front.
100%, John. You couldn't pay me to turn my back.
Couldn't pay me to turn my back. I don't give a fuck if
That's
you got
this right here.
$1,000,000. If you got fucking, I'll tell you this. I'll tell them right now, I'll say, set that money on fire because I am not turning on church. I am not turning on Creek Squad because y'all know who's been there since I started my career? Creek Squad has. And man, I owe y'all all the appreciation. Y'all get all the love from me.
100%. Y'all are the ones that are actually here for us and, you know, supporting us.
For us, yeah. Y'all are actually the ones that's on our live watching us, man.
Listen
Holler boys and holler girls.
That's why I got a tattoo behind my ear. Like he said in Super Hot Fire, Holler Boy to the coffin, HB tatted on my head, 2 middle fingers of my gang signs, Rolling Stone with a rebel edge. I mean.
Bro, and if it weren't for church, I wouldn't even be doing music because I wouldn't even know it was possible for a boy that lives in the woods, you know, a poor-ass country boy that comes from hard work can make music and successfully do the things that Ryan has done with his career. And you got to think, he's pretty much the same person as us. He is us.
He's not... In my opinion, I don't think there's such thing as celebrity. We're all fucking humans. Some of it just goes to other people's heads more than it does to others. But like when it comes to like church, Trey, Hosier, us,
it's not.
It's seriously like if you listen to Country Cut Celebrity by Church, back off the Supernatural album. I mean, I still cut my own grass. I still pump my own grass. Still get arrested just the same for that weed smell on the dash. I mean, like you don't get higher royalties and statuses when you become an artist. We're all still fucking human.
Yeah. I don't care. Like, look, I don't care if I get bigger than the next person. I don't care about that.
I'm still gonna be the same person.
Exactly. Like I've told people before, which I've told on the last slide, people don't need to come to my house. I've had people, if they ask if they could come to my house, I said no, But bro, if you see me at Walmart or Dollar General and say, "Hey, George Redneck, I like your music, bub. Can I get a picture?" I'm gonna be like, "Fuck yeah, man, you can get a picture." You know, that's what'll make my day. It ain't about the money. It's not about the fame. It's about the people that helped you get to where you're at.
100%, because that's the rooms that are gonna have your back.
Yes, that's gonna be them right there. Them true fans will be the only ones left.
Mm-hmm.
If the whole world turned its back on you, and you still got your fans.
I didn't really care how. I was like, that's computer stuff. I'm not into that, you know what I mean? But Ryan, I could see he was getting more and more into that. And watching their videos and kind of seeing, what they're doing and just different things like that. But the Vine days was fun. And then one time we called this dude and told him his 2-wheel drive truck was on the cover of 4x4 magazine. And this dude was so gullible that he believed us. We prank called him. Man, and we knew we was gonna see this dude probably that afternoon or the afternoon after that. And man, we done that and never told him, forgot all about it. Well, a month went by and this dude had done told everybody in Ashton City that his 2-wheel drive Ford Ranger was gonna be on the cover of a 4x4 magazine. Finally, he told us again.
100%.
Me and Ryan looked at each other, we bust out laughing. Was like, bro, we were joking, man. Like, that was us that called you. You know what I'm saying? And he's like, no, for real. He's like, bro, that was us that called you. It wasn't about a month ago. He's like,
Hosier, for all the people that's doubted, Hosier, he fucking showed y'all.
Especially with
show y'all again with this album with him and just Trey. Bro, I'm telling y'all,
these are the
guys. These are the real legit rappers, and they're the ones with the art, with the talent. I don't care what nobody says.
In my opinion, Church, Trey, and Hosier are pretty much this generation's highwaymen.
They're paving the way for younger artists that actually want to do this for the 100%. Right reasons.
100%. And it's good we have the actual good motherfuckers like that look up to inspire us, so that we can inspire the next generation. 100%, man. 100%. Those three are the only authentic ones.
Like, dude, it was us. That we would prank call people all the time and kind of be like that too.
I actually met Deerdorf in Kentucky at the concert in Kentucky. Bro, he shook my hand. He was like, I was like, okay, this dude's cool too. Deerdorf, okay, he's pretty cool. He seems like a pretty cool country boy. So I started following him on Instagram after that, and I seen all his mechanic, and I was like, okay, he's pretty cool. But then the shit happens, and I'm like, oh, so you was just another fucking snake waiting to come out of that grass, weren't you?
100%. And like what John said about happy him and Hosier got their friendship back after 9 years, I'm sure Adam had something to do with separation. I wouldn't fucking doubt it if Adam was even working on that shit back then. Because if you go listen to Hooligan, there's a lot of subliminal disses to Church in that album that a lot of people didn't catch.
Yep.
They came to prove what the Highwaymen failed to. So there was a lot of those videos, and then Ryan would just we'd say somebody, he'd make up a rap. He made one about Willie Marsh and stuff like that. It was kind of funny. And then that's when he started being able to change. You know, I remember him starting being able to change words and lyrics and stuff like that. Me and him be riding around the truck, and a song would come on, and we would kind of keep up the same beat, but then change the lyric to it. You know what I mean? Just riding around bullshit.
No, I didn't know that.
And at the time we never thought anything of it. So I think the whole time we was in the construction thing, that's when Vine first started. Because I think that's when MySpace was kind of was dead at that point.
I remember when it started getting popular. That's when Bobby with Redneck Nation comes in. Because he sees him just making silly videos and messing around and he can see something in Ryan. He saw something there, and so
That
he
motherfucker
reached out
fucked
to
church
him
over.
and offered him a sponsorship. He was
All
so
them
excited. That was the
motherfuckers
first
just
thing
greedy,
that ever
money
really,
hungry.
came into play. And
From
we're like,
Redneck
"Ooh,
Nation,
dude,
they
this
fucked him
really
up.
might go somewhere."
When I met Ryan, first of all, I proposed the idea for him to do this for a living, to do social media, and he just was like trying to herd cats, you know. He just had no clue that was even a possibility. And I said, listen, man, you know, you've got this thing going, and I think you have that it factor as far as you connect with people, you're genuine, they feel that. And he wanted to do the music. This was the vehicle at first that got the most views and got him noticed. But that was always in his mind, you know, every time that we talked and all that. That was immediately to the forefront. It's like, I want to get to talk to
something about that comment right there. Definitely, you're right, John. And
that's what I was just saying.
I don't think just Trey wants anything to do with Adam. I can tell he don't want anything to do with their asses.
100%.
And bro, what was crazy? Like the next day after Floppy, Z, and Justin said they was gonna take my HB card.
What the fuck is an HB card?
Hosier got on his story because Hosier was seeing this stuff, what they were saying about me and what I was saying back to them. And he goes on his story, and just Trey sitting right there beside him. And Hosier said, "Hey, what's an HB card?" And just Trey looks at him and he goes,
and then just both laughing because there's no such thing as HB card. The real ones know who the real ones are. Like, you can tell who's real and who's not with how they act, what their morals, their values are. That's all it is to it. Like, you can tell the fake motherfuckers from a mile away.
And then after that, I made the it weren't really a meme, it was a picture. It was a cop holding a donut, and it said, I need to see your HB card, and it had a guy on a motorcycle. And the guy said, "What in the hell is a HB card?" I shared that the day after because I was trolling Flop and saying, "Oh, you're a cop holding a donut. Hey, let me see your HB card," just like a cop is. "Hey, can I see your ID?"
That's fucking wild.
What are you, the fucking HB police?
The HBI? The fuck?
People and know him, but the music was paramount always. When I first met Ryan, I just wanted him to be able to do this for a living and provide for his family. And if that meant him just being a person on YouTube or this, or being a social influencer, then so be it. But you know, he really wanted to do this music thing,
appreciate you coming
I wanted to make sure that I gave him every opportunity, support-wise, to be able to do that because it was so important to him. And you know, our company has always supported the independent artist. We've always supported the underdog. And what I saw in Ryan was a bunch of people dismissing him, maybe teachers or this or that, with his, you know, the way that Ryan is. But what they don't understand is that's why he is who he is. Because of the things that they thought were wrong. The things that they thought, he didn't march to the beat of the right drum. He didn't march to the rules that they set. But what happens is when you fall in that rut and you just do that, you march to orders, you don't get what you've got now. You don't get, you know, Ryan, you don't get those breakout stars.
He actually seen talent in me when I didn't even see talent in me. I had no idea, because, you know, when I first started making all the videos and stuff, I was still working on a construction site for my family company. It was Upchurch Renovations. And, you know, he hit me up one day, he's like, "Kid," he's like, "you're on to something." He's like, "You keep making these videos and you keep gaining more and more followers, and you're just simply saying, you know, what's on your mind. There's a lot of other people that feel just like you about the same situation."
But bro, Bobby telling him this, do you see why Bobby was telling him all this? Oh, you can make money from this, you can blah, 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 blah.
Bobby was trying to get him signed to a label.
He's already saying, hey, I'm getting something out of this.
Mm-hmm.
I'm getting some money out of this. That's the only thing I care about is getting some fucking money off of Ryan Upchurch.
100%. That's fucked up.
Bro,
Hindsight.
like the way I was raised, I'm not going to use someone for their fucking money because I could care less about money.
Money ain't shit. It's a piece of paper that they fucking make every day. Like, I'm not worried about it
because
$1 million to make it back. Like,
I could put that shit in a pile and set that shit on fire. Like Eminem said on one of his songs, something about piling 8 million and setting it on fire. Bro, I could do the same thing if I had that kind of money. I would literally do it and put the video on YouTube and Instagram. Look, setting on fire $1 million.
Or like Church said, if they gave me $80,000, I'd take it to my show and throw it all out to my fucking fans. Like,
hey, facts, Rattle and Chains.
100%.
Man, if people would just use friends over money, the world would be so much a better place.
But that's all they care about.
Is that dollar, putting that dollar in that pocket. Bro, and when you grow up like me, you're being taught, hey, if you want money, go out and work for it. You're not just going to get it by sitting on your ass.
Exactly.
So that's what I did. I said, you know what? I'm going to get a job and I'm going to make some money.
Mm-hmm.
Pay my bills, have my cell phone, pay for gas, pay for tires on the truck. You know, that's the kind of stuff I bought.
Mm-hmm. That's the stuff you should buy.
You know, normal things that a young teenager would buy.
That's what money's supposed to go to. It's not supposed to go to other people to buy friendships and fucking buy views and shit like all these motherfuckers do.
Bro, I'm telling you, when I was in high school, the only thing I constantly bought was apple juice, dip, and a bag of grass. That was pretty much all I bought with my money.
Same, pretty much. All right, you all good, Death Kitty. I appreciate y'all coming by.
Hey, appreciate y'all.
Y'all the real ones.
Yes, sir. Creek Squad.
Creek Squad.
We're gonna try to if we get out of here soon enough, I'm gonna try to stop by and
yeah, for sure. We'll stop by. If y'all still alive when we get done.
And you know, at first I kind of brushed it off. I was like, nah, I'm good. I can't be a YouTuber. I don't know how, you know. And then he coached me through it, and I told him, I was like, man, I can't quit my job. You know, what little I'm making doing this job is, you know, barely getting me through the week and it's getting me by. And he was like, well, you know, he's like, we'll do something where, I tell you what, you wear our clothes, you scratch our back, we'll scratch yours. You know, something happens and you start gaining more and more and more and more, then we'll do more to help each other. And that's what we've done. He's not even like a business partner anymore. He's not like, well, he is a business partner, but it's not like he's a business partner anymore. It's like he is part of my family. I'm related to this guy. We genuinely both love each other and care for each other now because he believed in me, and I took a chance on listening to somebody I didn't know, and he took a chance on taking in somebody he didn't know, and I would never want to rep anything else besides Redneck Nation.
I appreciate you, Rattle and Chains.
And I saw that like early on. He wasn't just like, I want to be a country rapper. He wasn't like that at all. He basically said, listen, this is who I am. This is what I do. This is how I live.
You subscribe to my channel, Bubba? Rattle and Chains. If you want to, also, there's Caleb's channel. Go ahead and subscribe to him.
Yes, I appreciate
that. Gabe was just doing. If you
we'll
want to, you can get them to subscribe. Got to plug their channel. And also Stoner Man's YouTube channel. If you're not subscribed to him, man, if you feel like it, you can subscribe to him. They got a great podcast. Gabe's got a great podcast. Some damn good people, man.
100%.
And I rap. And that's really what country rap is supposed to be about. It's about taking the things from regular rap that they may identify with or they may see every day that we can't because we don't live that life. We don't live in urban areas. Ryan gives them a voice, and that's how it started.
I mean,
but
that
was just the beginning. That was the alpha, and that was how it then started. Because then he started growing as an artist. He started experimenting. You know, he started trying new things and putting influences and little tiny things from all different genres into that, and then basically kind of evolved into its own genre, if you want.
I grew up in the country, so my whole entire life, I mean, I listened to country, anything from, you know, Hank to Clint Black to freaking Patsy Cline to Jason Aldean to Justin Moore to freaking Clay Walker, Tim McGraw, Faith Hill, Gretchen Wilson.
My shit, my favorite song.
Country music in the country. You know, even though I did grow up in the country, I was still a young dude that was, you know, being exposed to other types of music through school or friends. You know, I mean, I knew who Eminem was when he came out. Who didn't know who Eminem was when he came out?
The music.
You know, my love for rap was just, I didn't know how to write a country song at the time. You know, I didn't even know where to start. I didn't know the structure of writing a song, but I knew how to rhyme words.
See if I can go back.
Started growing as an artist. He started experimenting. You know, he started trying new things and putting influences and little tiny things from all different genres into that, and then basically kind of evolved into its own genre, if you want.
I grew up in the country, so my whole entire life, I listened to country, anything from, you know, Hank to Clint Black to freaking Patsy Cline to Jason Aldean to Justin Moore to freaking Clay Walker, Tim McGraw, Faith Hill, Gretchen Wilson. I mean, come on, man. I mean, I grew up in the country. Everyone listens to country music in the country. You know, even though I did grow up in the country, I was still a young dude that was, you know, being exposed to other types of music through school or
That's the
friends.
song I was talking
you know,
about.
I, mean,
That's
I knew
the
who
music
Eminem was when he
video.
came out. Who didn't know who Eminem was when he came out? You know, my love for rap was just, I didn't know how to write a country song at the time. You know, I didn't even know where to start. I didn't know the structure of writing a song, but I knew how to rhyme words. So I would write rap songs just about stuff I knew. Just about shit we do out here in the country. Shit I do with my buddies on the weekend. I mean, I didn't know that I was writing, you know, something that was going to be so fucking hated by a lot of people. You know, well, you can't mix country with rap. And people were always, you know, yapping about that. Woo, 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 you can't mix country with rap. It's two separate things. Johnny Cash is a perfect example of you can do whatever you want in country. And Eminem is a perfect example of you can do whatever you want in rap. I mean, you can say it don't go together all you want to, but how does it not go together? I mean, music is always evolving. Anybody who thinks it just don't go together obviously never listened to the talking blues or even know what the talking blues is. Back in the 40s and 50s, that was a country song where someone was talking and rhyming words the whole time. I mean, don't hate on a country rapper for calling it country rap. I mean, I personally don't call it that. I call it hip-hop music. When I do rap, it's hip-hop music. I'm rapping. It's not its own thing, country rap. It is rap. It's just coming from a country guy who grew up in a country atmosphere. 100%. And that's my first project was Cheatham County. I was like, you know what? I was like, I'm gonna make some songs that me and my buddies can jam to and listen to. Songs that are, you know, relatively about us.
Bitches.
And I made it, and I called it Cheatham County because that's where we're all from. And I posted it on iTunes and got the fucking response I didn't think I was gonna get.
I'll never forget the day when I remember it was taking a turn. He always did music and things like that. That was where his heart was music. And I remember the day when he realized how many followers he had. And he came to me and he said, you know what, Mama? He said, I think I'm gonna do it. I think I'm gonna throw one of my songs up there and see what happens. And I was like, do it. And there she goes. He did it. I'm in 100%. He's like, that was it. That he just wanted to test the water. I guess he wanted to see how it would be accepted, because you always question how good you are at something, and you know you're kind of fearful of what the response might be, because you may think you have talent, and the people around you who love you may tell you have talent, but putting it out there is really scary. And I think he wasn't really expecting it to be so well received, and it was. And that was it. After that, he knew he was onto something. And
bro, I remember when was it? He put out the first album, 2017. I think is when he put out his first album. Bro, I would have been 17 years old, and I didn't really have no clue about Southern rap, which I knew about Colt Ford, the Lax, and a lot of Charlie Farley, Bottleneck, some of them dudes. That's all I knew about. I didn't know about church until later on. And I was like, dude, why couldn't I have known this dude when I was 17 years old? Because I would have been riding around every Friday night, bumping that shit, going to a field party or going to hang out at Sonic or going to hang out in the Walmart parking lot. I would have
Bro,
been playing that shit.
I remember the nights going to Sonic, like he said, and fuck, what song was it? I think it was Everlasting Country, if I'm not mistaken. He was talking about he was at Sonic and the cops pulled up and he had to throw an eighth of weed in the bottom of his slushy.
Yep, facts. We've had to do some of that stuff too. And dude, I remember when we took an old car. It was a Chevrolet. It was a car, old Chevrolet car, and we took and cut the top off of it, the roof off of it, and drove it through the fucking woods with the roof off of it. And then we took the roof and connected it to a back of a four-wheeler, and we pulled each other in the yard. We was sliding on the damn roof of the car. Man,
That's
them
fucking
were the
crazy.
good times. I miss times like that, man.
Man.
Just hanging out and doing crazy ass, country boy shit. Man, those were the days.
Facts.
And he just went with it. I'm very proud of him for that.
Gambling with them roosters, even with all the Kentucky coppers. I be cooking up something like steam mash and copper. I stay smoking on loud, oil leak under a chopper. My road is kinda rocky, but I bet you I'm a topper. It ain't nothing but a gamble like dice, watch with the snake eye. Hiding in the grass, that's why I constantly cut mine. I'm making me a path and slowly dropping them landmines.
I'm hiding in the grass, that's why I always cut mine.
I live out in the country, used to hang on old Palm Creek. Used to catfish with my grandpa, used to cut the grass for free.
When he said that bar about the grass
Mm-hmm.
and the snake,
Exactly.
that's facts. Bars.
Ain't been a damn thing that could teach me right from wrong. Used to listen to Hank Williams, try to live out all his songs. Yeah, I've been around them cowboys. I grew up in Tennessee. I ain't just part of that country, cause that country's part of me. Yeah.
And then one day I built up enough courage to sing something. I think it was a Justin Moore
I
song.
appreciate it, bro.
Yeah, it was a Justin Moore song. It was in the
Bro,
band. It was the
stuff,
first
man.
cover I ever put on Instagram, and it got a really good feedback. So I just started doing other covers.
That was back when he was doing I Like It, I Love It.
They've gave me the
Thunder
confidence.
Rolls.
My people who watch my stuff have given me the
Hey,
confidence.
bro, and we're real people
at
over
least
here,
make
man.
me think I can sing.
We're authentic.
So,
you see
and
what
then that's when I wrote.
what
you
you
get
see
what
is
you
what
see.
you get with us.
And I put it out, and it got a really good
100%.
response. And then my first country music video that I put out was Rolling Stones, and that got such a big response. I still don't even know how to think about it. It's only been out for 3 months, and it's
I remember the first time I ever heard Rolling Stone.
Oh God. Like
Bro.
I remember I was smoking and I just had a random playlist on and it came on and I because I'm pretty sure I'd already listened to some of this stuff at then because like he had done the covers and shit. But like that was like when he dropped that and you listen to that while you're smoking, it's just a whole different.
It hits different, bro. When that high kicks in, it hits different.
Especially when he redid it, when he did the Rolling Stone 2 and he added all the extra into it.
And y'all still see it?
Oh yeah, it's just paused right now.
like 6 million views.
Okay.
That's crazy for somebody like me. That just blows my mind. The Chicken Willie album is more of a sentimental memory to me in my career. You know, with the loss of my grandfather, that really lit the fire underneath my ass to do what I wanted to do. Right at the time between Heart of America and Chicken Willie, the albums, you know, there was a time in my life of doubt. You know, I didn't think I was doing what I was supposed to be doing, you know, with my life. I didn't think this music stuff was going to work out. And I actually thought about quitting after Heart of America came out. And, you know, I sit there and thought. And I knew if my grandfather was here and he seen the impact I was making on people and he seen what I was doing, my team was doing, he would stand behind it 100%. And it really it boosted me back to life and just made me want to just do better and better and better and better on every project, everything I do, every lyric, every beat, everything all around about it made me want to do everything better every time. And when I thought of that, you know, the thought of him watching down on me or being here to kind of see what was going on, it really just
real shit, bro.
And I just want to be the best now, and I ain't never gonna stop, and I ain't gonna let nobody stop me from what I'm doing.
100%. Nobody stop.
Chicken Willie, because that's his nickname. His real name is William Burgess, but he's had the name Chicken Willie forever. You know, my grandfather was a real big Gamecock fighter. You can ask about him in Kentucky, Louisiana, Mississippi.
Hey, pause it real quick. I want to ask
everybody
everybody in the
age
chat.
of 50 or 60.
Y'all ever seen a
chickens
fucking
or
Gamecock fight?
chickens,
That shit's fucking wild.
Bro, I'm not gonna say too much, but I used to go to them with family and.
Tell these motherfuckers, a chicken will really run around for 30 minutes to an hour, but after its head gets come off. That's where that saying comes from.
Bro, I'm telling you, when I was going to them, you would go to the fight, the Gamecock fight, and the sheriff would be there. The fucking mayor would be there.
They didn't give a fuck. They funded it.
The police officer would be there. The fucking the judge, anybody that was an official in our town would be at the chicken fight, bro.
100%, man. Sounds like me after a bad relationship.
And that's why I feel like I can also relate to church so much, man, because he is us. He grew up pretty much the same way we did.
Facts.
They know exactly who he is, and I can guarantee you, they've got
What's up,
chickens of
Jason?
his blood.
What's going on,
Jason?
Welcome to the live. I'm glad you can make it.
Yes, sir. Creek Squad.
Back during that time, he wanted to start going on the road, doing some little, gigs, his first gigs. And I remember the very first one he wanted to do, he needed like $750 to go do it. And that was my rent money. And so I was like, he said, I'll give it back to you when I come home. I'll go do it and I'll get paid and all this and the other. And he went and did that. He did. He left and went and did that show and didn't make any money. So we together had to struggle together to get my rent paid that week. But after that, when he did that, it was like he realized people actually came out. People came out. I think every time in the very beginning, like when he dropped the first song, when he did the first video or he did the first show, I think he was always so surprised that people wanted to watch, that people wanted to see him. He was really good, and I don't think he really knew how good he was at that point. It was just him and Cliffy. They didn't have Kid at that, for a long time they didn't have Kid in the picture. But him and Cliffy did it like it was nothing. And it's so weird because
I remember seeing him at Cotton Eye Joe's in Florida. Did you actually go to one of them too?
I remember it was 2019 in Fort Myers. It was the one when he had Carly Rogers and Leroy on tour with him.
Bro, I remember hearing about it. I wasn't at that concert, but one at the concert. It may have been at Cotton Eye Joe's, but it wasn't the time I went, where they had Creek Squad had broke a floor in a fucking bar because that's how crazy they were going.
So, fun fact, he was singing. It's not the one I was at, but it was one the next night, the next town over. I'd heard about it. He was performing "Come and Get It," and when there's like, "You can come and get it, son." Pow, pow. When it did that, everybody jumped up and down, and when they did it, the floor fucking broke. That's why he wrote the song "We Don't" that was on the River Rat.
That's some real shit.
That's why he sang the song "We Don't" on the River Rat album. He said, "I was hanging from the rafters. They were screaming, 'Come and get it,' while my sound guy wrote a doobie big enough to hit a Hummer with."
That's why he speaks about real shit in his songs, bro. He spoke about something that really happened.
100%.
It was on the freaking news, bro. It was on the news.
And he was hanging from the rafters in the song while they were fucking doing it, and then he drops. He's like, "Oh shit!"
It's crazy, bro.
To think about the very first shows that they did, driving away in the little van, it was just him and Clippy and the keyboard and a microphone.
That was it, bro.
You know,
dude, I'll say,
come so far,
Kid
but dude, they
would
were
kill
doing
it
it.
on
They were
the
killing it.
drums.
And people were loving it.
I guess I kind of, when I really first came in, I didn't know what to expect. I mean, I guess Ryan didn't really know what to expect either.
Him and,
there was only a few couple shows.
What happened to DJ Cliff?
I don't think they had any bad blood. I think they're all still good. I'm not sure.
But I thought I remember hearing something about he went kind of done his own thing. You know, he goes to
Well, him and
nightclubs.
Cliffy and Kid have their own thing together where they go to shit. It's like Cliffy and Kid Beats or something. DJ Cliffy and Kid Beats. And they were doing that too. They were doing that for a while Church was touring. They weren't with him. Like when he wasn't touring, they would go do that to make money.
Shows that there wasn't a lot of people at, but for the most part, there was a lot of people at every show. So the only thing I guess me and him really always talked about was progressing the show and making the show better, because that's my job, is to take what he does in the studio and perform it live in front of people. I guess it didn't start off like us being picky about this, you know, like we just wanted to do shows, and now I guess we're more like, we want to put on a better show, you know, like back then it was just about getting to the show and making sure.
What's that guy's name?
It's changed a lot, but it's still the same in a lot of ways. Like
the guy, he's bald, he's got a bunch of tattoos, he's still cool with Ryan.
Go back real quick. Wait, rewind it. Let me see, because I didn't see.
And it was just him and Clippy and the keyboard and a microphone.
there was a lot of people at every show, so the only thing I guess me and him really always talked about was progressing the show and making the show better, because that's my job, is to take what he does in the studio and perform it live in front of people. I guess it didn't start off like us being picky about this, you know, like we just wanted to do shows, and now I guess we're more like, we want to put on a better show, you know, like back then it was just about getting to the show and making sure that we did it. It's changed a lot, but it's still the same in a lot of ways. Like we're still growing.
They was in a picture together the other day.
I think that's
that's
too.
Chad. Chad was setting up some Church is doing his own podcast. Chad was
since day one, kind of, and watched the whole progression, and we're still progressing.
You know, there was a time when I was trying to tell the videos, look, you got to believe in this. This kid is the next biggest thing, and they wouldn't give us shows. But now all those venues blow up our phones, our emails, our text messages, begging for shows.
And then he was doing like small shows and stuff like that, and getting. I was like, damn, you're getting heavy into it. And I remember him giving me between all that time, he had gave me a stack of cards.
You're getting heavy.
I still got a whole bunch of them too. To pass out, you know, like promote, you know what I mean? Like look him up on Instagram or Facebook and blah, 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 blah. These cards, double-sided. And I remember just I'd be driving down the road and throw a whole handful of them out the fucking window, you know what I'm saying? Because I knew somebody would pick them up, you know what I mean? Like, what the hell is this?
Real quick.
We'd be in Franklin, I'd throw a whole bunch of them out on the sidewalk.
I want to say, is that...
Whether a person picks them up, throw them in the trash, or pick them up to look at them, they seen it regardless, so that's being promoted, you know what I mean?
I remember being at Clarksville, Tennessee, sitting there, and it was like one of the first times we sold out the warehouse. Probably close to 500 or something. I'm sitting there, the bar guy said, "Hey man, can you come outside with me?" I was like, "Sure." I didn't think anything was going to happen, you know. I go there, next thing I know, there's a biker brawl going on, and he's taking me out. There's like his backup. Next thing I know, somebody climbs my back, starts choking me out. I end up jumping backwards, landing on the person. I look over, my buddy's choking a biker out. Next thing I know, I get up and a laser's being pointed on me by some SWAT team guy. I go inside and Ryan's like, "Everything all right with you?" I was like, "Dude, I just got done choked out in the parking lot." That was the kind of shit we dealt with.
And I think the reality hit at Mercy Lounge in Nashville. That was the first show that I went to, and I nearly passed out. I had no idea that place was packed, and that was in the early beginning. And it was it was overwhelming. It was so overwhelming. I had no idea. And he has such great stage presence. And he was so good. It was so obvious. It was naturally, that was what he was supposed to be doing. It was just came to him naturally. And he was so authentic, and it was just so, it was such a good show.
Jones.
And it kind of like
What's
me back a minute. That many people came out to see my son perform, and it just, I literally was sick. And they're like, I remember this one older lady there turned around and looked at me and she said, "That's your baby up there." And she goes, "They love him like they loved Elvis Presley." And I was like, holy crap.
That was fun for me. The reason being is I already had a band.
Good, Skinhead.
It's DJ versus drums. It's me and Kid, and we've been doing that for 10 years. So it was an easy fit. It was pretty much me going, "Hey, I got a drummer." And we rehearsed, and literally 20 seconds in, we look over, and Ryan had his shirt off and was headbanging and said he was hired. So that was the extent of Kid getting hired.
Our rehearsal was pretty much Ryan showing up in a loud-ass Mustang.
Black denim was
outside
fucking
of
awesome.
One of those studio places in Nashville. Jumps out, he's like, "Fuck yeah, let's do this." He goes inside. We just pretty much just start playing through all these songs, and he's just sitting there literally dancing and doing the Running Man while we're playing these songs. I'm sitting here tripping all day, hoping I'm prepared enough, and this guy's just over here raging and rocking, and he's like, "Sounds good." And that was that. We started hitting it up. We started playing shows, and we took things just on to where they are now. Like, I knew I was now playing with Upchurch, but it wasn't like that was my brother yet and we were in this for life. We were just riding it out. And dude, it was awesome.
He's with Cliffy. Him and Cliffy have their own thing.
Playing with the DJ, it's different than playing with a band kind of scenario. But at the same time, you know, we're presenting this kind of rap thing in an organic way, trying to like make it where it's, you know, ideally just the more you can connect with people. And I felt like we did a good job of it. You know, budget-wise was different. You know, we're riding around in our rental van, you know, sleeping across the back seat with seatbelts up your ass, you know, trying to sit there and make yourself comfortable. You know, honestly, it was thrilling. If we could have a hotel room with each our own bed, you know, we're just working with it. We're making it happen.
Before the show starts, you know, they'll go back and forth. And, you know, Kid will fucking and freaking Clippy's up there just
appreciate you sharing love.
And while they're doing it, they're playing songs like Hillbilly Deluxe.
Thanks, Daniel. Adam wished he could have the crowd like that.
Yellow Wolf, and it just sounds so badass.
He never will.
You know, that gets everybody pumped up, and then that's when Cliffy tells me,
some of this into somebody's pocket,
I don't know, I'm doing this on this time.
You can forget it.
Says. But he introduces me, and I come on stage, and it gets me hyped too.
You don't pay me enough to go to that dude's show.
They're getting me fucking hyped.
It would
and when I get on stage and I'm hyped, bro, I got ADHD. You gotta understand. When I start hearing the beats and freaking people like, I'm just like, I'm ready to fucking go, motherfucker. I'm ready to get on stage, fucking rock that shit.
Hillbilly, 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 yeah. Hillbilly, 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 hillbilly.
Came from the bottom like well water, bitch, 6-string, quick picking, what's good, motherfucker? Rebel flag, bandana, chromed out, Harley Davidson, damn motherfucker.
Hillbilly, hillbilly.
Stay all up in the limelight, higher than a damn kite. Maybe sipping whiskey, trying to story of a bar fight on MTV with a.
I don't see Adam doing that. I don't see Adam getting in the crowd and jumping with all his fans.
Not at all. I've never seen that.
Oh, I'm
and
under
if you show me, if
I'm
someone
under
can show me a video of it, I will retract my statement. but I've never seen a video of it.
Me either. I'm under attack by liberals. The liberals are coming after me.
Hey, facts, John. Right? He isn't even Shadow. He's just behind him. Talk about Adam.
Play with some terror like bitch. I'm the barefoot rapper everybody keeping distance from. You hear my name, you know I don't play what the fuck I'm about, where I came from. I know a lot of rednecks, know a lot of real thugs, know a lot of hillbillies, toting scraped up guns, know a lot of motherfuckers in the hunters where I'm from. With a huge big bomb, no fingers, no thumb. Hillbilly, 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 hillbilly.
We got to where we were working our ass off. We were doing 4 days a week, literally leaving on a Monday, doing shows Wednesday, doing like little small shows. We would have a show in like Florida. We would hit the
That's his old
rinky-dink
manager, I think. That was his manager before Be Loose.
I wonder what happened to that. I wonder what happened to him.
shows on the way just to cover gas and stuff. Not making a whole lot of money. Go do this show down here that actually would.
I'm surprised they could lift Adam's ass up.
Maybe hit another couple of shows, and then got to where we were doing 12 shows a month. That's almost half the month doing shows on the road. And there's times we would do a show, drive 8-10 hours, do a show that night, drive 8-10 hours to another show. But that's what we were having to do in the beginning because it wasn't good enough to go just do one show.
And then we go from 50 people the first time we came in, the next time we 200 people, and it just kept building. And it was happening so fast that, we were having, we made mistakes along the way. At the beginning, we would ask
he was at Nashville, it wrapped around the building twice.
$1,000.
In the municipal, was a big ass fucking auditorium.
We got there and they sold 1,000 tickets. They made, and then we're doing the math in our head, like, damn, they made 20 grand a night. We made $1,000.
The Nashville one, but in Kentucky, bro, we were fucking out there, son. I mean, there was so many people.
I remember because I had got there like 2-3 hours early so I could try to get to the front of the line because I wanted to try to get a hoodie and all that before I went into the concert. And I wasn't too far back. I'd say there's probably 20 people in front of me. And then about 10-15 minutes before they were letting people in, Kalani, Kalani and T2 walked out and was like dapping people up, and they came by. And I talked to Kalani, he's a cool dude. And T2 seemed cool. I don't know what his deal is and everything going on.
Bro,
I actually like T2 though. I fuck with T2. I was fucking with him for a while. I don't know if he's with all that bullshit.
I don't know. I ain't seen nothing from him in a while. Have you?
I mean, no, not lately, but I know Church had said something a while back. He said, he was like, T2, even you, da-da-da. He said something. Because T2 had posted something like, "Oh, I'm gonna tell my story. Y'all aren't gonna like it when I do da." But he never said anything after that, from what I've seen.
Bro,
like
that's still a good bit.
What's up?
Do you see that, bro?
What?
That's still a good bit of people, man.
Oh yeah, for sure. That's probably at least 100.
For real.
Ryan is back with Chad now. I was told he was doing drugs with a store man. That's why Ryan dropped him, but then found out it was abuse. Yeah, that's what it was. I remember because I remember I saw the post about it. Someone posted. Because it was all that shit with B-Loose, because B-Loose's dad apparently fucking works with a label. I think it was on Death Kitty's live, or it was either theirs or it was Gabe's, and they pulled the shit up. Damn sure his dad works with a fucking label, and I was like, shit. And fucking, they've been doing that since the beginning. They did that so they could keep tabs on him.
It made us smarter. We started putting back ends on it, on things. We learned how to create a contract on our own. We learned the do's and don'ts. We learned the things that we will, maybe come down a little, and certain things that we're going to stand true to, and there's just no negotiation, or we don't need to play your show.
When it was all being sold out, and I was like, it's like for real happening, you're for real getting big. I told Ryan back then, I was like, he wasn't as big as he is now, but I was like, you made it.
A lot of it would be the venues, you know, because you go from playing the hole in the walls with no sound guy to playing a real venue with a real green room and a real sound guy and a real writer, stuff like that. That, you know.
That's 100% facts. I'm glad Trace is with the right people. Yo, what's up, Silly Dude? Appreciate you stopping by. Appreciate you showing support.
He would do meet and greets.
We're going to be right back in a minute.
This can't happen when you get to a certain level just because it gets kind of wild. But we would play a show, maybe a couple thousand people, maybe 1,000 people, maybe 800. And every single person there would get in line afterwards. He would say he's going to do a free meet and greet meet, which is really awesome.
I didn't
he would
know
spend
that,
3 hours talking to these people. Thing is, Ryan's the kind of guy, he
never
won't
saw
sit there and like
talk
nudge
bad
him
like
along.
that.
He won't
That's
even
awesome.
tell one of his staff to nudge him
Like
along.
me and
He
him
will sit there and talk
he was a genuine dude when he
5,
talked
10,
to me.
20 minutes
That's why I
with
was
these
confused
people.
with
Someone
everything.
finally steps in and goes, hey dude, there's like 1,000 people waiting to talk to you. But these people, the look in their eye when they come up and talk to him, they talk to him as if they've known them their whole life. Or they're meeting some author that wrote a book that changed their life. And that's awesome to me. Like, it was neat watching it. Also, it was neat watching Ryan deal with it. To me, that was one of the ways I recognize his star power. The fact he could handle that. And he handled it without getting a big head. That's
100%. Even at the shows,
Ryan stayed the same person
it's not
since
like
the very beginning.
These people just showing up and you're just signing something and taking a picture and that's it.
Silly.
Like, the venues literally get mad at me.
Appreciate you stopping by, man.
When I do like meet and greets and stuff, I don't want to just sign something and take a picture with you and that's it. Like, they get mad because my meet and greets last like 4 or 5 hours. You know, because I want to talk to each individual person. I can't help it. That's just how I am. And you know, they'll be like, you know, move along. And I'm like, yo, it's my fucking show, dog. If I want to talk to him, we'll talk to him. And
that's why he's so fucking real.
I really like
because he actually cares about his fans. And he doesn't treat them like fans, he treats them like their family.
I get a call from Tubbs, which was his manager at the time, and he said, hey, Ryan wants you to come shoot some videos.
Man, this
motherfucker. Be able
motherfucker.
to come out to Cheatham County. So I said, definitely, I'll make this happen. So I left Houston and I packed up all my equipment in the car and I drove out to Cheatham County. I remember specifically this trip was the start of it all. This was the first time I got to work with
I hear about what that motherfucker's got to say.
We stayed up for about 4 or 5 days in his little trailer, in the studio outside of the trailer, and we just sat together, stayed up, and edited these videos. And that was the first time he really got to be a part of the process of.
Up for me to sleep now, but I don't sleep. I walk along to the stop sign, the street name. No color marks on these back roads, so I paint the lines to pave my way. And these frame pics on my wall for my top 10s on these music charts. I represent these small towns you'll never see with a big heart. And these lyrics in my songs are the warm spot like a car heart. Don't ever forget that one place that made you that person that you are. Many miles I've rolled, wheels turning on that one lane. Last year's boots, broken souls, chasing one thing. Caught up in the storm of life, it gets me excited. I guess you could say that I'm chasing white lightning. Chasing white lightning. I'm chasing white lightning. I'm chasing white lightning.
And White Lightning was
Oh my God, dude.
really one of the videos that I think.
I'm trying not to skip, y'all. I'm trying not to skip the documentary, but
I heard maybe one other, maybe Ghost.
On Earth.
And I heard it.
I wonder if
that
that's still
CD was what eventually would be King of Dixie after we filtered through some of those songs and I added some songs as well. And yeah, that was the first time. Well, my first impression with him, period, I think, was I was surprised because I didn't really know what to expect because I hadn't really worked with any country rappers prior to that. And I didn't really want to be honest. And but I had heard of him and he was different and he wasn't like any of the other people. So I think that was my first impression, was that I was kind of surprised at how nice he was and his work ethic. And then I was also surprised in the studio
his writing method, how he writes and how quickly he writes, and not just quickly, but like good. Like he'll come up with something insanely dope in like 10 seconds. It takes him no time at all to form a story, and it mostly, sometimes he'll let the music help him teach a story, but sometimes he'll come up with stuff with no music whatsoever, and it's just flowing out of him. I think most of the time it's easy for him because he bases all his stories off of experience, like something that's happened to him or a friend or a family or whatever, and so the stories for him just kind of come out. And I think another thing too is he's recorded so much. I mean, even just with me, we've recorded, I don't know if I can guess the amount of songs, but well over 100 songs easily. And he records a ton, so that's practice, that's like hours at the gym.
We've been in the studio, he's recording a song, but get to thinking about something, and over here on his phone, and write a whole nother song. As he's supposed to be recording a song right here, you know what I mean? He'll write 2 or 3 songs, and then he'll do them and listen to them, and be like, well,
this motherfucker was supporting him,
and I'm like, dude, that sounds good as hell, but they're not to his standard no more. You know what I'm saying?
Sometimes he's in there when
But that is crazy.
we just got back from a run of shows
do
just because
that.
he's got something fresh on his mind or whatever. Sometimes I'm like, damn it, Ryan, you're not gonna have a voice by the next show.
It's a little bit of a different kind of outfit. We're not your band that's sitting in the garage every day, hashing out, trying to figure out the right chord to play. It's more, luckily these are really talented people. So it's like, Church would just say, hey, I got this little idea for a melody, and it would kind of go from there. So I would get handed a song or an idea. So if I was lucky enough, I could play it at home the night before and kind of build what I maybe wanted to bring to it. And then we got together and we just did it. Honestly, it's really supportive. There wasn't no ego or screw you, do it this way. If anything, I was begging Ryan to correct me, because it almost made me nervous. He was so for whatever I wanted to bring to the table. I'm not used to that. A lot of guys, even if maybe you did something well, they feel the need to, he just was so supportive of all that being that way. I'm like, Ryan, if there's something you don't like I'm doing, just tell me. It's okay. I said, oh, it's cool. It's awesome.
That's how Ryan is.
Back in the early stages, we had to drive 45 minutes, an hour to the studio that we were using in the beginning, and we would get there. I mean, we could have the worst horrible day. We could get there, and he was happy, smile on his face. I mean, there was literally that. To me, I know is his mindset, which now I do. Back then, it was just like, hey, he really enjoys doing it. But now that I've been around him a lot longer, I really know, that's 100% where his heart and passion for real is.
King of Dixie, was such a blend.
Radio Jam,
really,
such a good song.
We did a lot of real country stuff and rap stuff that, after that, we had to decide, what to do next and where to focus next. So I would say after King of Dixie, we went into rap stuff and then switched over to rock at some point. But it definitely wasn't at first. It was mostly just rap stuff at first.
The road I'm on is the
Concrete
place
road,
I know. The big white church with the haunted ghost. The black marks leading to another lifetime in the side of a tall pine.
Did you hear him tell the story behind this song? And for anybody in the chat, do y'all remember him telling the Concrete Road song story? What behind the lyrics about it, bro?
Wasn't it
About the car accidents?
Yeah.
And remember the one he told about Uncle Red?
Uncle Red's on a ride and he's lost in the field.
Yeah, he was shocking people with taser.
Yeah, trying to dodge that thunder like he's sharking these hills. That was a reference to the taser. And the rye reference was the dude was out there drunk as fuck trying to tase people. And he was drinking rye whiskey.
That's crazy,
bro. He's on a
and
ride.
that black marks lead into another lifetime in the side of a tall pine, because they do, bro.
That was also a reference because I think there was a bad wreck where someone died. Black marks leading into another lifetime. They died and went into heaven.
Yep.
It's a double entendre. A lot of people didn't catch that.
Where he came up from, his country roots and his
Bales,
country
that was a
background
good
and his
one,
country
too.
rap background,
Uncle Red
I
was
didn't
fucking
know
Billy.
what the
That's
response
fucking
would be
wild.
as far as the sales. And then when
That
they
was a
dropped the
good song,
Creeker
too.
album, it went #1.
Oh yeah, Bells.
And
I
I
love that
really
song.
knew at that time, I
That's
was
up there
like,
with Backward
this
Runners
is
for
not
me. It's my
just
second one.
an artist that's putting out music. This is a movement. There's really something behind this right here. What he's working on and what he's building is more than himself. You know, he really reminded me at that time, like, I'm really becoming a part of something bigger than myself.
When the rock came along, I got excited just because I'm a rock drummer. I love that stuff. I love, so I was like, yes, we get to pound it out. We get to do this, and I knew he liked Alice in Chains. I knew he liked really cool
100%.
90s, older than that, newer than that influences that we're gonna equate to a cool sound. And so once I heard what was happening, I dug it. If anything, I was jealous because I wasn't on Creeker 1. A lot of people think I was, and that's not even me. I was busy doing a bunch of other things, and Stoner killed the drums on that album. That was awesome. But I was like, oh man, I'm dying to get on the second one, which I wasn't. I was on that one. That was cool. But he did it. I think a lot of the reason Ryan is able to genre hop, I told a few people a version of this, is because he doesn't overthink it. He just releases it. Most artists just freak out and wear themselves out and second guess themselves so many times throughout the process and stress over their one album a year and rewrite probably 20 good ideas that should have been left alone. And where it's not that what he's doing is simplified, but he just doesn't complicate the formula. He releases it from his brain. He allows the talent to catch what comes out of his brain and just quickly make it to a song. I think that's a lot of the reason why he mainly works with Stoner, with TTs, because he's there, he's ready for those whimsical moments where he just boom, make it happen. Another beauty of being independent. You don't have this label set up, okay, well, next month on the 3rd of July, we're going to get together and work on this album. And it's like, no, it's just like, I'm feeling it, let's do it.
Yeah.
This douchebag on the internet messaged me, I'm going to do a dish song, I'm going to do, and it just keeps it coming. And I think that's a beauty that more artists need to understand. Instead of like patting yourself on the back about one song they're releasing all year, be an artist. Keep creating. So as long as he stays with that, I don't see why he can't do different kinds of genres.
And my goals for the road were to get us out of the van. We were traveling in a Ford Transit van at the time, and it was like 8 of us crammed in there. And I knew that it was very important to make Ryan comfortable, and the more comfortable he was, the better show that he was able to give. So, my goal was to get us out of the van and get us into a tour bus. My priority also, too, was to make sure that he was safe and feels comfortable everywhere he goes. You got to understand, Ryan has inspired these people like no...
Bro.
What's up?
It took you that long to roll a blunt.
I'm still rolling. I also just started. I wasn't rolling the entire time.
People have stories to tell, and they're willing to do anything it
Like I
takes
said, also, I wasn't
to
rolling
tell
the
their
entire
story
time.
to Ryan. So I just knew that, to be able to give the best show, Ryan had to feel safe everywhere he went.
One of the differences with Ryan is a lot of people, a lot of artists, or a lot of actors I've worked with, actresses, they have fans where I think Ryan has more like believers. People that really, truly get what he's trying to do and say.
Ryan had such a stage presence, and I wanted to make sure that the sound quality matched that. I wanted to make sure that the light show and make sure that the props that we had on stage matched that. And it was very important to show everybody else that with hard work and dedication, you can do exactly the same thing that everybody else can with a major label behind them. And that's exactly what we did.
Well, my brother did front of house at the time, and he called me up and he's like, man, I need help. These shows are getting insane, and I'm having a problem with, being in 2 places at once, being front of house and being on stage. So I came on as like a stage manager and helping out there, and just seeing how the shows were getting bigger and bigger and more crazy. Just, like I said, the intenseness of the crowd ready to see the show. Like I said, I've worked with many, many bands who toured all over, and almost with every band you go to a show and you're like, oh man, this place is a bust. But never, not with them. not a sold out show. I'm not going to say I've never done an unsold out show with them, but rare is it not sold out. Nowadays, we have no ceiling. We want to do the craziest thing. We want people to leave a show and be like, oh my God, did you freaking see what just happened? Just over the top shows. And because they're bringing the high energy. I just hired a monitor guy, and his first show with us, he's watching the crowd from the stage because he stands side stage, and the crowd grabs the grate and just starts shaking the grate. And he looks over at me, and I'm like, oh, that's what I'm talking about. Like, and it's not, at first like, oh my God, but you're okay because they're just, being them.
So Rock the South, this is really the big tester right here, man. He invited me down, right? He got me VIP pass. So I thought, dude, I'm like, fuck yeah. But I really didn't know how big it was gonna be. I get there, fucking huge line. I'm like, bro, fuck yeah. I still wouldn't, I'm seeing all this shit up. I'm like, damn, this is getting kind of big. This is bigger than a damn fair, you know what I mean? I thought it was a fair, really, like a fair event. Start walking around. Dude, there's tens of thousands of fucking people everywhere. It was kind of fucked up. Like, I wasn't ready for that. I went from a show at the warehouse of like maybe a couple hundred people to down this dude is in, Rock the South. And, I'm still grasping what it was because we got there early. There's 10,000 people there. And he's like, look, he's like, I'm probably gonna piss these people off. Like,
and when he did grasp it, he grasped it the wrong fucking way.
They gave me all these rules. He's like, they didn't tell me I can't have a flag. They didn't tell me I can't say certain things. They told me I couldn't cuss. All this shit. He's like, but fuck it. He's like, fuck it. I'm gonna do whatever the fuck I want to do. I'm like,
and he still
like,
does,
most people
bro.
Like want this opportunity to be getting the big shit. He's like, fuck the big shit. I ain't trying to get up there. He's like,
that's what a lot of people respect about Ryan. You don't give a fuck who you are. He's gonna tell you how it is, what it is.
Me. The first thing this motherfucker does when he gets on stage, brings that shit up that they didn't want him to do something, and pulls a rebel flag out of his pocket. You know what I'm saying? He plays some of his hit songs, cussing, singing, yelling. The whole motherfucking place stands up, and he plays I think Come and Get It. I think motherfuckers are jumping, spilling beer, throwing beer. Fucking dude, it was hype as fuck. And I think that's when you got all the big wigs really looking at you in one spot. And all these other people looking at you in one spot. Other country people looking at you in one spot.
Squad shows up and shows out.
Oh, fuck yeah, every time.
Show up, raise hell, break shit, and leave.
And you got the whole motherfucking place jumping like they ain't never seen, singing every fucking word of your goddamn song. My boy's gonna keep going to the top, no matter what the fuck the goddamn outcome, no matter the circumstance.
It said he switched.
When Ryan first started, I remember all the way back, he basically went and did a show, and I think there was 40 people there. And, one of the first shows, and it'll probably kill me for even saying it, I think he forgot his words. He was so nervous he forgot his words. And he said, listen, straight up, I'll give everybody back their money if you want, or we can shoot pool. And they said, we're gonna shoot pool with you. And that's what he did, he shot pool with them. Then all the way fast forward to Rock the South, I'm looking at this kid on the stage, and he's on these big jumbotrons and just commands the stage and doesn't care, fearless. And the day that I saw that and he came off stage, and I just couldn't even contain myself. I couldn't fathom that this person that I met so long ago on this journey had gotten to this point, and he was so meant to do it.
I think it really hit everybody when we turned around and saw Upchurch and those the huge background and the lights, and then you turn around and you see like this sea of people, like you just didn't see where the people ended. And it was really cool because we saw some of the, performances before Ryan. And it was like, as soon as he stepped on stage, it was like everybody just like crowded in. You could see the entire crowd just come towards him. And that was the most surreal thing I think I've seen so far. was just how much Ryan belonged on that stage, how much he belongs with all those bigger names. And, you know, I thought he should have been a headliner that year, but, you know.
And I've done some big events and big shows, but it wasn't like, you know, this is an independent artist here. We're the only independent artists on that big stage. That main stage, it was only us. Every
100%.
Played that game. No disrespect to them. So we get out there, we do our thing.
Full disrespect.
We
Fuck the
find
record
out
labels.
quickly while we're on stage that it is a ton of Upchurch fans in that crowd. They're all screaming for certain songs. They're starting to come and get it. The whole crowd. You just see this like wave of people just jumping up and down. Middle of the day. People don't have time to be
and
drinking.
And to do up a number in his female clothes.
That was a big moment. That was kind of no looking back thing. A sign of how things have changed. Not only for us, but for the industry. You just don't let independent guys get up there on some mainstream, main stage kind of event.
Dude,
appreciate you stopping by, ladies and gentlemen. Good luck on that blind date. Appreciate the support.
I don't know what it is, dude. I don't know what I've done. I don't know what it is I've said.
My link's up in the chat.
I don't sit around thinking, what can I say to make these people like me? I just pretty much say what the fuck ever, and people like it. I mean, I don't know what I'm saying special or nothing. I don't know. I don't even see myself as special. You know what I'm saying? I'm just a regular fucking dude. But like, to see that
fucking part,
it's crazy. It's like I could be in towns or something, or stopping at a gas station, and it could be, a 10-year-old kid who wants a picture that has an Upchurch shirt on. Or it could be literally, this has happened, it could be an 87-year-old woman with the Elvis shirt on in the front row. So, there's not an age demographic, dude. It's black, white, Mexican people, freaking thug people, redneck people, skateboarders, freaking scene girls, hipster chicks,
the facts
old men, bikers, basketball players, baseball players.
People from all over the world.
It's fucking everybody. But I love everybody, so I guess that's why a lot of different kind of people show up.
Literally, all ages. I mean, it's
so you know how you can
young,
look on fucking Ditto and it tells you like
you're 30,
what top
40,
countries
50,
listen to your
60-year-old
songs.
dudes, like, yeah.
It did on DistroKid too. So I looked one day and it said I had people in fucking Germany and shit listen to my music and fucking Russia. I was like, damn, people all over the fucking world looked at my shit.
People all over the fucking world. It's because it's on the internet nowadays, bro.
And I saw that shit. I was like, damn. And that's just one thing that shows people all over the world will support you before people around you will.
Some people have quit doing concerts, bro. Because
for real. And they'll just do it live. They'll just go live and fucking sing.
Doing it on the internet.
Exactly. Well, and appreciate you sharing and stopping by, Lace Venom.
Appreciate it.
Good luck on that blind date.
Well, let's go to church. I'm like, sometimes I'm like, what?
I want to do some
and sometimes, like I said, you'll surprise you who does, or you just people you wouldn't expect. It's not just rap. It's not just rock. It's country. It's a little bit of everything. So he's got a little something for everybody, and it shows in our shows because literally there'll be an entire family that literally they've been waiting all year for this show.
And when we're getting onto the plane, both stewardesses and the pilot knew who Ryan was, and this was pretty early on. And it really messed with me. It messed with my head. I thought it was awesome. We get on there like, hey guys, and they really were talking about it. And they went up to him. They both went up and talked to him about it. And Ryan, of course, was super humble about it. But even the dang pilot knew who he was. Not that pilots are, the king of England, but I just didn't picture this little, perfectly dressed pilot guy to be like, "That's Upchurch." That's when it hit me. I was like, "Wow, we're sitting here jumping airports, and he's getting recognized. This isn't just going through back road gas stations getting recognized."
I didn't know if it would ever reach this big, but it happened a lot faster than I anticipated.
Yeah, because that's why it is. Just fuck it. Because it can.
I signed the Lambo, bro.
That's fucking awesome.
Hell yeah, it was awesome. And I took a picture of that shit, bro. I wish I had the phone I had then so I could put that picture on Instagram where I signed it.
You didn't put it on
Not
the
that I
cloud?
didn't have faith in him, because I did.
I didn't have an iPhone then. I had an Android.
No, I'm talking about there's a Google Cloud. It's called Google Drive. Try signing into your Google account and see if it's in the drive.
I could try that, but I doubt it, man, because I weren't big on technology back then as I am now. I was just, working all the time.
I gotcha.
And
Like
I
a
would
real
pull up
motherfucker,
church
you should.
I knew about Spotify and Pandora and all that kind of stuff, but mainly I just listened to him on YouTube because.
I mean, I use Apple Music and Spotify, so.
And I also like watching the videos, so I used to.
I knew that whatever he did, he was going to do it to the fullest extent. He was going to be great at it. Just like I've always told him, I don't care what you do it the best you can, and you love it, and it will turn into something big, And oh my gosh, no, this is like huge. Huge. I did not know it was going to get this big.
In the beginning, when me and Ryan locked in, I knew that
and there's also a video.
Add what Stoner was doing, bringing a better quality, and me bringing these better visuals. I knew that ultimately we could do something that no one has done before.
That video was dope. If you caught the end of it, when he threw the book and shot himself in the head on the Ghost Ranch video, that was a metaphor because he's actually talked about it before. He has this book that he found on Ghost Ranch that gave him knowledge or some shit. And that's what that was about. And he's talking about he hid the book and then he shot himself in the head so he could be the only one with the knowledge.
Bro, I'm thinking about something. If I could find that phone, bro, there were so many videos on there and the concert too. I would love to share that on here.
In certain situations,
Ryan, because on YouTube I'm probably going to get copyrighted.
We are making.
Go to my Instagram. I got some on there from last year in Nashville.
That's crazy. I love it though, man. It's wild. It's still like, I don't know. It's hard to believe, I guess. Yeah, it's really hard to believe. But I appreciate the fuck out of it though. It's I don't even know what to call it. Like it's not a weird experience. It's just I think the right word is surreal. A surreal experience. It's something I'm grateful for. It's changed my life. These fans have changed my life. This music has changed my life. They just don't know. They have no idea how much it's changed my life. They don't. They listen to the songs and
that's real fact.
Jam out to them with their friends and stuff. But they have no idea how they've changed my life. They don't even know. I just wish they did know.
So many people come to him, and if I've heard it once, I've heard it, I don't know, a dozen times. Your son saved my life. Your son saved my life. I didn't have any faith in myself. I didn't feel like I could do anything. Your son gave me strength or courage. And it's just like the lyrics, his lyrics, y'all have heard them, his lyrics are amazing. They really get people like pumped up, and fired up. And people have come to me so many times through my emails, through my DMs on Instagram, and even at shows, and they're like, your son is so inspiring. He's so positive. He's made a major impact on my life, and my life when things are going really bad helped me turn around and be more positive. And that is what every mom wants to hear. He wears his heart on his sleeve. What you see is what you get, and he's authentic, and I think people know that. And that's why I think so many of his fans have, like I said, they'll tell me these things when I see them at the shows and stuff. I feel like I know your son. I feel like I know he's not my family, and I know we're not personal friends, but I feel like he's my friend. I think he still doesn't understand the impact, the whole impact he's had on the fans. I do think he knows what he's done to the industry, though.
He's the voice of the voiceless. He says things, there are a lot of people that can't articulate and put the way they feel into words like Ryan can. And I think that's why he's so, you can connect with him so well. That's why his fans connect. That's why I connect. He inspires.
As I said before,
everyone has a story, and those stories are all valid. People have a big thing to talk about, to bring to Ryan, or maybe even just to tell us about their connection with the group or the movement. But that night, I come outside, and they're like, hey, you talk to these people real quick. I go over and talk to them, and within like 20 seconds, they're telling me how their son had just died on a motorcycle accident about 10 days before. And by far, Upchurch was he lived for Upchurch. They showed me his motorcycle helmet, how it had RHEC on it, had Upchurch on the other side. And within seconds of talking to me, the mom just busted out in tears. And so I give her a hug. I got this mom I've never met before, crying profusely in my shoulder. And the father, I look over at him and he just starts thanking me. Like, just telling me how thankful they are that we brought joy to their son's life who just passed away. And it hit me real hard. Anyway, I said, well, what are you guys doing here? And they said, we just wanted to be around what he loved so much.
That's real shit.
We want to be a part of that. And that was a big thing for me. That hit me hard.
That's real shit, bro.
I don't think he realizes how far he can go, and he's gone so far because he's done so much. But I just think there's a whole lot more to come.
That was a nice truck too on the radio
jam.
I
think he's still gonna be doing music, but he's gonna be doing other things too.
I think he's gonna be one of those legends that people will always continue to play, and he's gonna continue to put out music. And that's the thing about a lot of legends. I don't know if they get tired of doing it or what, but they quit putting out music. So they're called a legend because you still listen to their old stuff. Well, who's to say if they continued to put out music, even if they were 70, 80 years old, that they wouldn't be a legend, they would be a today. Well, I feel that Ryan will be a today for a long time because he's not nowhere near the point of stopping on doing music.
And it's just true. I'm his best friend. This is coming from my perspective. I thought that we was going to hit the peak by now. Really. But this dude's talent, and I'm not just saying this because he's my friend, this dude's fucking talent, once again, where he has mastered the art of doing his fucking thing and making fucking hits. Once again, I thought it would already kind of plateau out and hit its climax, but he fucked everybody up when he just dropped this all country album. Number one in fucking country rap, number one in fucking the rock country rap fucking mix, number one in the fucking country rap. Well, I know it's not even country rap, it's just fucking country now. Number fucking one, bro. He can stop right now and still stay on top forever.
I see us going nowhere but up. Just because it's been that steady incline. We haven't taken any steps back. It's been all bigger shows, and so I feel like now when we do start headlining those arenas, and I don't know, I guess that's when you can say you've made it. But to me, I don't think we've made it just yet. We're close. We're making it. But we're right there. Right there.
You told me you're going to ask that question, and it's a hard one because you could tell me, if I left the group and didn't see you guys for years and years, and you'd be like, dude, Ryan's a politician now. I'd be like, I can see that just because he's so good with people. And I see him with people, and, he's not like, oh my God, you're famous. And he's like, hey, get away from me. He's like, no, man, hey, what's up? You know what I mean? He's not. He doesn't have the head of a famous person.
There's a video of Church. He called a kid on the phone. I think the kid's name was Sebastian or something like that. And Ryan said something about, I wish I had your name. My name is Ryan. It's boring. And that was just cool, man, how he called that kid.
That's awesome. That's respect.
It'd be great if he was
he cared.
Let's not ruin him.
We all base our dreams off of a protocol of what others have done before us. And with what he's doing, no one's done before him. So I guess I have to say the beauty is that I don't know. And I love that I don't know. If I knew, then there'd be a limit, there'd be a time in. There'll be a the end to it. Dude, he's broke the rules. No one does this. No one has that kind of fan base, no label. They just don't. If they do, it's some niche thing that pans out in a year or two. So I guess I would happily say I don't know.
Look, Ryan Upchurch was a country boy from the sticks who went against the grain of Nashville, Tennessee, who stayed true to himself, and in the process defined what an independent artist really was. And I think ultimately that's what he'll be remembered for.
Let the band play.
John Lennon, Michael Jackson, Janis Joplin, Jimi Hendrix. When I die, I just wanna be a legend. White roses on my headstone and my name in golden carats. Cause when I die, I'm gonna be a fucking legend. John Lennon, Michael Jackson, Janis Joplin, Jimi Hendrix. When I die, I just wanna be a legend. White roses on my headstone and my name in golden carats. Cause when I die, I'm gonna be a fucking legend. I'm gonna be a fucking legend. Gonna live past 27 with them gates out from my house so pearly white you think it's heaven.
And he did. He made it
like I don't give a shit. Cause once upon a time I scrounged for that slick 80 cents. And I cherish the times I counted them nickels to feed my stomach. Then my family made me hungry cause I hated the struggling. I quit my job in construction. I took a huge leap of faith. And now they know the dude who's rapping with that gap in his face. John Lennon, Michael Jackson, Janis Joplin, Jimi Hendrix. When I die, I just wanna be a legend. White roses on my headstone and my name in golden carats. Cause when I die, I'm gonna be a fucking legend. And when I'm gone, my fucking jams will still be jamming. And all my fans will still be out here tearing shit up, raising hell and yelling. Let my sound waves live 1,000 years, I'll still jam as a skeleton. Cause when I die, I'm gonna be a fucking legend. And I ain't used to this life, but hell, I'm willing to take it. If I'm gonna be famous, then I guess I'm making statements. Cause there was times my transportation was these boots on the pavement. And now I'm riding in dualies, dipped in that pearlescent paint. For years before my billboard charts, my mama kept me believing. I told her I'd fight for success until my damn heart stopped the beating. From now to then, it's opposite on how these populace treat me. Still Johnny Cash with middle finger saying fuck a celebrity. John Lennon, Michael Jackson, Janis Joplin, Jimi Hendrix. When I die, I just wanna be a legend. White roses on my headstone and my name in golden carats. Cause when I die, I'm gonna be a fucking legend. And when I'm gone, my fucking dreams will still be jamming. And all my fans will still be out here tearing shit up, raising hell and yelling. Let my sound waves live 1,000 years, I'll still jam as a skeleton. Cause when I die, I'm gonna be a fucking legend. Small town, shine sipping, tailgate dumping when the beat drop. Churchman level high, all my haters need binoculars. I wasn't nobody, now I'm the beast that I burn. I got evicted from duplexes, now I got shooters on dial. I'm just too bare feet walking, tiptoeing through all of these snakes. But staying humble to my people, I'm the king of the sticks. And I live up under a bridge before I go sell my soul. You know I'm going for gold, the best story that's ever told. John Lennon, Michael Jackson, Janis Joplin, Jimi Hendrix. When I die, I just wanna be a legend. White roses on my headstone and my name in golden carats. Cause when I die, I'm gonna be a fucking legend. And when I'm gone, my fucking jams will still be jamming. And all my fans will still be out here tearing shit up, raising.
All right, guys. Well, how we feeling, chat?
What y'all thinking?
Damn right. Creek Squad.
Yes, sir.
All the way. We don't do it no fence riding.
Nope. Like I said, not enough. I don't give a fuck what any fence sitter saying. Speaking of not enough, that's me and George's single we did
I think the documentary is dope. It's dope as hell, bro. But I mean,
oh yeah,
some people on there in that documentary turned on him. But you know what? Church is still the best. He's always gonna be the best.
Have you seen the other interview he did?
Have I seen what?
The other interview he did
with
Chad.
With Chad or with No Life Jumper.
I didn't see the No Life. Oh yeah, No Life Jumper. I didn't like that one. They're pretty much being weird to him.
Well,
let me see.
I think what we're gonna do, guys, is
I mean, I ain't got no time to get off. What time do you have to get off? Is there a certain time you gotta get
I was thinking after the documentary we could close out with a song. What you think, bro?
That's fine with me. What song you want to do? You want to do Black Denim? Yeah.
I'm the bad guy now, baby. Check the Black Denim. Halo call fire, new horns, go dipple. Hero vigilante, Lord told me go get him. Breed him, finna raise hell like it's nobody business. I'm the bad guy now, baby. Check the Black Denim. Halo call fire, new horns, go dipple. Hero vigilante, Lord told me go get him. Breed him, finna raise hell like it's nobody business. Bad guy now, baby. Check the Black Denim. Check the black.
Say goodnight to the bad guy, like I'm Scarface. Black denim on head to toe with a Cuban link. Fixin' to raise hell like it's nobody's business. Better keep your nose in yours before your peoples go missing. Been a big bad wolf since way back in the beginning. Now I'm on their heads like toupees, better not be on their hit list. I'll be to all my enemies. Pray to God they burn in hell with their family. Me respectfully. Now, hope y'all burn peace.
I'm a bad guy now, baby. Check the Black Denim. Halo call fire, new horns, go
that shit is full.
Hero vigilante, Lord,
with the halo with the horns.
Breed him, finna raise hell like it's nobody business. I'm the bad guy now, baby. Check the Black Denim. Halo call fire, new horns, go temple. Hero vigilante, Lord told me go get him. Breed him, finna raise hell like it's nobody business. Bad guy now, baby. Check the Black Denim. Check the black denim. Black denim ride around in that AR business. Grim Reaper swing tobacco sheets and all these bitches. You don't see the gang out here in the thick and sticks and stones don't do shit. When you grew up a barefoot bandit, we embark on first generation hit on the porch with a cannon and some penny boats. We just some country thuggin' motherfuckers and they hate me. Go to the courthouse and check my rural road resume. Address on a Google page, gravel get them rearranged. House on a prairie, but to me, this shit a royal. I'm the bad guy now, baby. Check the Black Denim. Halo call fire, new horns, go temple. Hero vigilante, Lord,
that shit's
go get him, bring him in the raise hell like it's nobody business. I'm the bad guy now, baby. Check the Black Denim. Halo call fire, new horns, go temple. Hero vigilante, Lord, told me go get him, bring him in the raise hell like it's nobody business.
Damn right. We about to raise hell like it's nobody's business. Music City Magic Man.
I saw he just posted something about that. I didn't look at it. Just I got a notification. He posted something and it said it had that symbol beside it, so the post was about it. I guess. Let me see.
All right, guys. Well, what y'all think, chat? Did y'all have a good time?
I definitely had fun. It was a good time going over it and watching it, seeing him back then and going over how much he changed. Or not changed, but stayed the same, but like growth wise. But he's the same person he was back then. But like he still has the same morals and shit, but he's better at it, you know what I'm saying? Because he's gotten smarter along the years. Yeah, I mean.
All right, well, I think we're going to end it here, guys. I hope y'all enjoyed the Holler Boy Documentary, The Rise of Ryan Upchurch. We hope to see y'all again next Friday. We got a guest coming pretty soon. Two Lit Mafia will be joining us pretty soon, so hopefully y'all can make that one.
Shout out him. He's a reactor. If y'all don't know who he is, he's one of the bigger reactors that reacts to church and used to react to him back in the day. Shout out to him. Go check his channel out. He's a good reaction channel. He also goes live on What you want to do next week? Do we have anything lined up for next week?
Just shoot the shit, I guess.
You want to do a kind of like artist spotlight on Just Trey? See if we can find an interview he did and play some of the songs.
We could do an artist spotlight.
All right, we'll do a little spotlight on Trey next week.
I'll get with you.
Yes, sir. Well, everybody have a good weekend. Y'all race hell, but also be safe and have fun doing it.
Hey, raise hell and eat cornbread. Creek Squad.
Creek Squad. Everybody be good.